I'm Robert Hunter. Welcome to my NED talk. Today I'd like to talk to you about racism. I read a book the other day. It was called White Fragility, and it was by author, academic, sociologist, and anti-racist educator Robin DiAngelo. In a rather crude nutshell, its premise is that because Western societies, and in particular those with a history of European colonization, are dominated by white people, this makes white people think they are superior to people of color, and it makes them exhibit racial fragility when their superiority is challenged, leading to behaviors such as irrational anger, fear, delusion, resentment, withdrawal, and in extreme cases, violence. These behaviors are implemented in order to manipulate various actors to maintain the status quo of white dominance and supremacy. The book was written with mainly the context of the US in mind, but DiAngelo makes it clear that these issues are generally equatable to Western societies. As a white man living in a country with a history of Western colonization, European colonization, it was quite jarring for me to read this, although I suspect that might have been the author's intention. The question that was doing laps in my head, and I assume in the heads of every white person who read this book, was, do I agree with this? Am I racist? While the concept of individualism is seen by DiAngelo as a bigoted trope used to counter anti-racism and deflect any responsibility for racial injustice, there is some merit in it. While we are part of and socialized within a wider society, and as white people, we do benefit from systemic racism, perhaps it is unfair to tar the whole group with the same brush of being racist, manipulative, fragile, and responsible for every injustice that white people have perpetrated throughout the world. DiAngelo's tone and vernacular are quite sweeping and accusatory throughout the book. But used in the right way, this book has the potential for real positive growth for people who read it. To get back to the question of whether I am racist, White Fragility has helped me see that the answer is yes. I agree that because of the way society has conditioned us, conditioned me, all white people are. And DiAngelo's book helped me to clarify some of the ways in which that has been socialized into me and how it manifests from me. While I may take issue with some of the points and methods of putting them across, when the book is read as DiAngelo recommends, without preconceptions or walls inhibiting growth, it is a veritable encyclopedia of white racist attitudes, processes, and behaviors that the reader can cherry pick for relevance to their own life. And when you find something that is relevant, the book provides the information needed to reflect on it and some tips that may help to resolve it, moving us all closer to being less racist and more active in removing racist injustice from our society. This will be an invaluable part of my social toolkit when I become a teacher, as I will not only have a better understanding of how to identify and correct racism within myself, I will also have the confidence and knowledge to challenge racism within school structures and the students and colleagues within them, therefore doing my part to cultivate more racial justice and equality. Thank you.